Honorable Men Discord. Master P says he's retired. Let's talk about it.
How you see yourself is how you perceived. I see a man strong, gifted, head strapping, never down on his knees, begging. Gotta make a way, even in my darkest hour. Say the odds against me was new. I would never cower.
As always, welcome back to another episode. I hope everyone's enjoying their summer. If you're locked up inside your room, in your living room, in the kitchen cooking, get outside, smell the roses, enjoy the heat. When you finish doing that, get yourself back in the house, open up a laptop, log on to your desktop, pull out your cell phone, your tablet, look up Honorable Men Discord on YouTube, and hit that subscribe button. Yes, hit that subscribe button. Not only subscribe to that, subscribe to me on Twitter, well, X. Subscribe to me on TikTok and Instagram. All right. Now, Master P says he's retired. I have 2 videos queued up in regard to his claim of retiring. And then I have 2 other videos where former members explain why they're not dealing with Master P. Well, one member is speaking on what went left, and the other one's a statement from Mia X. But let's get into it.
I just want to let y'all know I will be performing on the main stage, but this will be my last show ever. This the show you don't want to miss.
Okay, Essence Festival. Here's Master P speaking on his retirement.
We love you, P. We love you, P. We love you, P. July 6th ain't gonna be a concert no more. I'm planning my own musical funeral. You know why? All this fake love out there. We just did shows last week. People put our names on flyers for car shows. We wasn't even there. Nobody went to the media. People been putting our names on flyers. At least my name. I ain't never said nothing about it. Other people been doing shows without me. That never was news. Everybody get to do their own show. You think Snoop got to do every show with Dr. Dre? This is a masterpiece celebration. And I told anybody, if I wanted them to be a part of it, I'm going to pay you. I've been coaching. All you have to do is come talk to me. I'm going to give you whatever. But I said, no, they don't love you, bro. They just love the benefit of it. They've been left your label, man. Years. Over 10 years, 20 years, some of them. Y'all play too many games, man. It's either you love them or you don't. Boss told me, man, people only benefiting off you, man. They've been left you. They've been started their own companies. You putting people on, giving people money. And we just did concerts, man. You know how easy it is that we go do shows? We've been doing this. You just put your soldier gear on. You don't have to get dressed up. But I know they did Jesus the same way, and it was the disciples. It's the ones that's closest to you. That's what makes it hurt even harder. So, July 6th, I ain't having no concert. I'm planning my own musical funeral, and only the real ones is invited. Y'all come show love. The ones that really love me, show me. You don't have to tell me, because I've been buying cars, Rolexes, houses, putting people on. What they done for me? I own the company. I'm always showing love. Why am I going through this when y'all know y'all don't think the boss hurt too sometimes? When you helping people, giving back to the community. I've been doing this stuff for over 25 years. If anybody wanted to talk to me, man, they could have come to the gym and talked to me at the school. If you ask me for something, man, I'm gonna give it to you. But I'm glad that I didn't die 10 years ago, because I would have thought all these people love me. But guess what? My real fans come turn up with me. We know living soldier. It don't take nothing for you to put your gear on and come turn up. Get your black and white, or you got a black and white dress, because this is musical funeral. I see y'all July 6th. We gonna turn up for the last time. This is my farewell. This is me. This is not about nobody else. Snoop don't have to have Drake everywhere he go. All the other big acts, Ice Cube don't have to take the groups everywhere he go. Sometimes people just might want to see you, and I was just making this a farewell celebration for me. And that's what Essence did. So I see y'all on the big stage July 6th. This is my night.
Say goodbye to the bad guy. All the things.
kind of want to go into the next clip before speaking on it, but see, this is a real tricky subject, and I really would like to hear from some of you that are viewing this. I notice this is a common theme in music, and I'm not saying that the artists don't have a right to express being unsatisfied with pay, but the engineer, the creator, the one who started something and brings artists in, it seems like that person is forever targeted as someone who didn't do enough. We've seen it with 50 Cent and G Unit, right? Although I can't say G Unit members that left 50 Cent, maybe Young Buck, but that's a bad example because 50 Cent has helped Young Buck more than once. But it seems like, like for 50 Cent, he's the head of G Unit. He's the one that, broke the door open, so to speak, with his own music, his own solo career, and then he brought in the others. Say what you want. I know Sean Combs did that with Bad Boy. Obviously he was a producer, but he brought in Biggie, he brought in Craig Mack, so on and so forth. Then you have who else is out there that made Birdman, right? He put together that play. He set up that play. When I say engineer, the people who set up the play, who created something and built the team around them, and then members blew up. Some members blew up. Some members fell off. It seems like there's always a point in time where individuals, years down the road, start attacking these people. Start attacking Birdman. Start attacking Sean Combs. Start attacking Master P. Now, do they have valid reasons for attacking them? Maybe, maybe not. But the question that I have for those of you watching this is, at what point is it no longer the responsibility of like a Master P, 50 Cent, a Birdman to owe you something? And I could be wrong on this. Maybe there's bad contracts, that obviously as an outsider I'm not privy to reading or seeing. Maybe that's what's going on. But it just seems like this is like a common thing. And I only named 3 individuals, but this is not something new for the music industry. Let me go into Mia X. Mia X, who was a member of No Limit. She had a statement here, right? So this is all in response to Essence Fest that just passed. From what Master P said in the videos that I first queued up, this was more about him. He was celebrating himself, right? Now, granted, when he came in to the industry, he did his thing along with his brother, I believe, C Murder, and then eventually, they built a whole camp. But the center of the camp was Master P. Make no mistake about it. If that's not the truth, let me know in the comments. I could be wrong. But it's Master P. So he decided Essence Fest. Who knows if Essence Fest, reached out to Master P and said they want him to perform since it's New Orleans. Much like they did, I want to say, last year with Cash Money. Right? So this year they said, they reached out to Master P. Not necessarily the whole entire camp of No Limit. So maybe Master P extended, a courtesy to have some guest appearances, and those individuals, they had a request on how they wanted to be compensated. Maybe he felt it was too much because they're not as known as he is. Whatever the case may be, but it just seems like, based on what he said in his clip that I had up, it just seems like he's being attacked, and it's not about those other people. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'd like to hear people's opinion on this. Master P for No Limit is the most recognizable name from No Limit outside of Silk the Shocker. C Murder, yes, and that's only because C Murder's been locked up for some time, and on occasion C Murder gets mentioned a lot. But I'll be honest with you, Mia X, she's known, but I don't know. Really, I don't know, because I don't know how much she was asking for. But let me just read this statement. I'm not going to play it because it's music. It says, "It's still unbelievable that I'm actually saying this. I will not be performing at Essence Fest as a featured artist in Master P's set." All right, so she acknowledged it was his set. "We started talking about my involvement last week. At first, his management didn't want to entertain my performance fee, so it was agreed that I wouldn't be a part of the show. I talked to P on the 26th of June, and he explained the lack of and miscommunication was due to his busy schedule." I don't think there's anything wrong with what was said with this. The only thing, and I could be wrong, and maybe this is why I'm not a businessman, I don't like the idea of Mia X having to speak to his management. Now I understand it is business because she's asking for a fee, and because they wouldn't meet her fee, she decided not to participate. But I'll use G Unit as an example. If I'm Lloyd Banks, I guess that's all I could use. Well, Lloyd Banks, if I was Kid, if I wanted to do something, if I wanted to perform at a 50 Cent show that he was having, and I'm speaking as if I was Kid or Lloyd Banks, I would think I should be able to reach out to 50 directly, and then he either gives it the green light, and then as far as paperwork, then I speak to someone else outside of 50. But the whole speaking to management, it's like, why? I just feel like when you've built up such a catalog and a long career, not so much with Kid because he came on later on, but like Lloyd Banks, if I was Lloyd Banks and 50 Cent said something like that, or Lloyd Banks made a statement like he spoke to the management, it sounds kind of weird. Like, did you not have a relationship beyond business with 50 Cent where you could speak to him and come to an agreement? That's just a thought. But now I'm going to play the last clip that I have queued up, which is this is Big Swole. This is Big Swole, member of No Limit, and he goes into depth about what went wrong with the relationship that Master P had with many of the members from No Limit.
I got one of the best questions ever asked to me, from a fan in New York. And the question is, why are so many former No Limit Soldier members mad at Master P? Let me tell you why. We all love No Limit. We all No Limit to the end. We were 100%. We were all in. We thought we was a family. We all took care of each other. Nobody got left behind. Family members or nothing. And a lot of reason why, and I think all our problems started when Cain and Abel went to jail. And P didn't give him any legal help. And then Mac went to jail. Same thing. We all wondering why, P not helping him, because at the time, Johnny Cochran was our lawyer. And so a lot of former members of No Limit, we were sitting around like, why Johnny Cochran is not on Cain and Abel case? Why he's not on Mac case? So that started a lot of it. Then with me, Big Swole, the No Limit Soldier with WCW, a lot of members seen how P got mad at me because I was listening to Dusty Rhodes and he abandoned his own No Limit crew with World Championship Wrestling. Then it got to the point where
I had to pause it. Was I the only one that didn't know that Master P had an affiliation with WCW. They mentioned Dusty Rhodes. Am I the only one? I might be the only one. If anyone watching this remembers that he had some, I guess, members that were part of Worldwide Wrestling, let me know, because I didn't know. Let's continue.
A lot of people at No Limit was following more C Murder than Percy. And he didn't like that. He didn't like it. And that caused some beef because, C Murder was trying to get Cain and Abel, out of jail. C Murder was trying to get Mac out of jail. He was doing stuff that we thought that P should have been doing. And a lot of guys, when they first come to No Limit, you got a Rolex, medallion, a house, and a car. Everything is cool. They do their albums, and some of them albums went #1, top 10. But when it came to get their royalties, none of them received their royalties. And if you listen, you go back, Soulja Slim got a song where he talks about it. Mr. Magic has a song where he talks about it. And people listen to me. And this is what really kills me about everything. P has got everybody thinking that if a former No Limit soldier, a former member of No Limit says something negative, we mad. He stopped giving us money. We ain't loyal. We were loyal. I'm going to tell you this, and something that a lot of people don't know, and I'm going to end it like this. A lot of members from No Limit, one day, on a Monday, and never forget they called me, went to the No Limit studios. It was completely shut down. Shut down completely. P moved him and his family to California, told none of the employees. Nobody. You got guys sitting outside No Limit studios trying to use their key. They get in the studio, key ain't working. A lot of guys haven't seen or heard from him since. Got up one day, people going to the office, people going to use the studio, people going to work. That was it. He gave nobody no notice. He gave nobody any kind of thing. Hey, I'm moving to California. I'm shutting the studio down. I'm talking about producers, secretaries, bodyguards, janitorial. They go to the office on Monday. It's completely gone. So a lot of people, livelihoods, now we had to go get jobs. Well, not me because I was already gone. But they had to go get jobs and stuff like that. So when we try to find out what was going on, we wasn't getting no response. None whatsoever. So
that's cold. Disregard everything I said in the beginning about sometimes, artists that are under the engineers, the creators of a label. That's cold. And I think he's telling the truth. It doesn't sound like he's making something up. This seems genuine. That's cold. Damn, P.
Look, I'm tatted. I'm tatted all over, No Limit, tattoos. I'm a No Limit soldier. I love No Limit. We made great history, made great friends, but we're not, I can speak for myself. I don't need nobody's money. I don't need his help. Be honest with you, he sent me a friend request on Facebook and I blocked him. He called my cell phone one time and I blocked him. I have nothing to say to him, and that's just me and my opinion. I'm not mad at nobody. I just moved on with my life. That's all it is. I'm not mad at him. I wish him and his son, get their problems together. But the question was, why so many former employees at No Limit is still mad at P? I got
Wow, grown man talk. Grown man talk. Yeah, I think that's the best clip to end with, because that's grown man talk when you could say, and we don't know whether or not he's well off. He's doing as good financially as Master P. First of all, we don't even know how good Master P's doing at the moment financially. We don't know. But for the man to say, listen, he's good, he don't want no money, he didn't even want to pick up the phone call. I get that. I completely understand that. That man's at peace. You know, he cherishes the moments and the history that they made when they were at their height. But I get it. I get everything he said. And Master P, wow. That's messed up. You know, that's messed up. Really messed up. You know, that's messed up. And I just happened to come across this when I was looking for material to speak on in terms of him retiring. But wow. Yeah. I personally don't respect stuff like that. You know, when people were counting on their jobs, the least you could do if you're going to close shop is give them a heads up. Like, listen, at the end of the month, I'm moving my family. Unless he was moving for safety reasons. I don't know why he did that, but then still you should let them know something. Or I don't know. That's my thoughts. You should let them know something, give them a heads up. But to leave people out in the cold like that without a heads up, they showing up to work and the keys don't work, that's foul. That's my thoughts on that. But listen, that's all I have on Master P retiring. You know, let me know your thoughts in the comments of what was said. And I'll see you on the next episode. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, the like button. Wow. Take care.